So I was talking about judging the need of the audience. So you must be able to judge the needs of the audience according to their profession, according to their age, according to the needs, tastes, preferences. And for each and every age group, for each and every purpose, your presentations will differ. Okay, so that's why before making the PPT, okay, before adding the details, you must also do a little bit of research regarding the audience. Okay, so that's how you will be able to judge the need of the audience. How to structure a powerful presentation? How to how will you be able to structure a powerful presentation? So I have listed few points, and if you go through it, if you go through all the points, you will be able to understand how will you be able to structure a good and a powerful presentation so that the audience uh, finds your presentation effective, so that the audience find your content good. Okay, the conversation or the presentation, the content must create value. Okay, the details that you should add, the details that you're supposed to add should be relevant. You're not supposed to add any irrelevant details. Your details, your the information that you add should be logical. It should not be illogical. Okay, it must create value. When your audience will come to witness your presentation, when your audience will listen to you, they will also have certain amount of expectation. They will also expect some a few things, isn't it? So your presentation must be able to fulfill the expectation of the audience. So that's why your presentation must create value. So you must add details which are relevant, which are logical and good. Okay, you should not add things which are not at all related to the topic, which are not at all interesting, or which are not at all logical or relevant. Now, if you want to persuade your audience, if you want to convince your audience regarding something, you must be able to grab their attention. If you are not able to grab their attention, then you won't be able to convince your audience. You won't be able to convince the people. Okay, they will not be interested to listen to you. Okay, so at first you will have to grab their attention in order to convince them, in order to persuade them. Okay, so it totally depends upon your way of presenting the topic, your content. And in that way, if your content is good, if your way of presentation is good, if your delivery, if your way of delivering the presentation is good, then you'll definitely be able to grab the attention of the audience, and you will definitely be able to convince and persuade the people. When you start your presentation, there must be a vision. Okay, there must be a vision. So you must start with that vision. Okay, your presentation must have a vision. So you must start with that particular vision, with the ideal vision. Talk about the challenges and obstacles. Lay out the challenges and obstacles in front of the audience. But the challenges and obstacles that you lay out uh, in front of the audience should be genuine. Okay, it should be genuine, and in that way you will be able to build a connection. Okay, you will be able to build a connection, and the audience will also be interested to listen to you. Next, as I had said, that you must lay out the challenges and obstacles. Now, when you have laid out the challenges and obstacles in front of the audience, you must also provide some kind of solution. Okay, you must provide some kind of solution. So the next thing that you should do is to present the solution to the challenges and the obstacles. Because if you have laid out some kind of challenges and obstacles, if you have told about certain problems, okay, if you have talked about certain problems, if you have brought certain mm, if you have brought certain problems into the limelight, then you must be able to also provide certain kind of solutions. Okay, so also provide the solutions along with the, after you have presented the challenges and obstacles. Next, how have you reached that conclusion? You're supposed to tell that as well, that how have you reached that conclusion. So these are the things you need to take care of. These are the things you need to consider when you structure your presentation, when you make your PPT, so that your presentation becomes effective, so that you can structure a powerful presentation. Okay, is it clear, students? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, once you read, go through it, then even if you have any doubt, you will be able to understand. I'm sure you'll be able to understand it. So it's very simple. Okay, it's very simple. So presentation skills, it's basically your ability to deliver an effective presentation. Okay, so when we hear this term presentation skills, so the first thing that comes into our mind is stage fear. Okay, the fear of performing in front of the audience. So we have learned about stage fear, what is stage fear, and how will you be how we can get rid of stage fear. So we have learned about it. Then presentation, how will you be able to deliver a presentation? You need a PPT to do it, isn't it? You need a PPT to do it. So I had already taught you how to make a PPT, what are the do's and don'ts of making a PPT, of making a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, what are the things you need to take care of when you make a PPT. Then how you should practice, how you should practice, and how will you be able to uh, gain confidence, how will you be able to get rid of all the flaws, all the fears. And next, today I had explained you how to deliver an effective presentation, what are the ways to deliver an effective presentation, what are the things you need to actually take care of in order to deliver an effective presentation, along with uh, creating a good PPT. There are other things as well you need to take care of if you want to deliver an effective presentation, because presentation is not only delivering a presentation is not only about a PPT is just a part of the presentation. There are other things as well, isn't it? You have to work on your body language, you have to work on your delivery, speech, how you deliver a speech. So you have to work on all these things, you have to work on your communication skills. So these are the things you have to take care of. And then uh, how will you be able to structure a powerful presentation? So just remember that your presentation must be relevant. Your details, the information that you add should be relevant and logical. Your presentation or your speech must create value. You must, if you want to persuade the people, if you want to convince the people, if you want to make connection with the people, then you must be able to keep their attention. Then always start with a vision, always start your presentation with an ideal vision. Then if you are demonstrating any kind of challenges and obstacles, if you are laying out any kind of challenges and obstacles in front of the audience, you should be genuine enough, and you should also provide a solution and how you have reached that particular conclusion. So these are the things you need to take care of in order to structure a powerful presentation. So it's not too difficult. Of course, there are a lot of things, but if you read it properly, and I'm sure you'll be able to understand it. And if you have any doubts, then you can definitely ask me. I'll share the notes in the group. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions?